If you're over 50 and worried about bone health, I want you to hang with me just a few minutes because I'm about to share 3 proven methods that have helped hundreds of my clients rebuild stronger bones, and stick around to the very end because I'm going to reveal a step-by-step plan to help you start implementing these things today. And let me tell you something I've learned in the last 15 plus years as a corrective exercise specialist working with men and women over 50. Bone health isn't about preventing fractures, okay? It's about maintaining independence and living your life to the fullest. And as someone who's helped hundreds of clients transform their bone health, I know firsthand that it's never too late to strengthen your bones. And you know what's interesting? Most people think that they need expensive supplements or complicated exercises to improve their bone density. But what if I told you that some of the most effective methods are actually simple things you can do right in your own home? In fact, one of my clients, Francis, who's 72 years young, used these exact methods I'm about to share with you, and her doctor was amazed at her latest bone scan results. So if you're ready to learn how to build stronger bones naturally, let's dive in. And trust me, these are not your typical drink more milk recommendations. No, these are proven and practical methods that work for real people just like you. Now, before I share these methods with you, let me explain something that'll help you understand why bone health becomes so crucial after age 50. Think of your bones like a savings account. And this is really important for you to understand, so hang with me. Up until about age 30, we're constantly making deposits into our bone density account. But after 50, we start withdrawing more than we're depositing. And if we're not careful, we can end up with what doctors call osteopenia or osteoporosis. And let me share a story about my client Sarah that might sound familiar to you. Sarah came to me at the age 65, absolutely terrified of falling. She had gotten to the point where she wouldn't even play with her grandkids on the floor because she was afraid she wouldn't be able to get back up. And she had did all the things, right? She read about bone fractures and was basically living in fear. Does this resonate with you? Because you're definitely not alone. And here's something that might surprise you. According to the National Institutes of Health, about half of adults over the age 50 are at a risk for low bone density. That's half of us. And you know what? Most people don't even realize it until they have a fall or a fracture. And it's like having a leaky bank account and not checking your balance until you're already in trouble. But here's the good news, and I really want you to hear this. It's not your fault, and more importantly, it's not too late to do something about it because your body is incredibly adaptable at any age. Just like Sarah, who went from being afraid to move to confidently playing with her grandkids on the floor, you too can rebuild stronger bones. The key is knowing exactly what to do and how to do it safely. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you next, the 3 proven methods that have helped hundreds of my clients rebuild their bone strength. But first, let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed yourself becoming more cautious about certain movements as you've gotten older? Keep that in mind as we go through these methods, okay? Because what I'm about to share with you is going to help you feel more confident in your daily activities. So let me introduce you to something I call the bone loading protocol, or BLP for short. Now, don't let the fancy name scare you, okay? It's actually a simple, systematic approach that I've refined over the years working with hundreds of clients just like you. Think of it as a gentle way to remind your bones that they need to stay strong, kind of like how lifting weights reminds your muscles to keep their strength. Now, before I show you the 3 methods of BLP, I want you to remember something. Your bones are a living tissue. They respond to the right kind of stimulus at any age. Yes, even if you're 60, 70, or older. And that's exactly what makes this protocol so effective. It works with your body's natural ability to adapt and grow stronger. All right, let's dive into our first method, the strategic loading. Now, don't let the word loading intimidate you, okay? I'm gonna show you exactly how to do this safely and effectively, focusing on 3 areas where bone density matters the most: your hips, your spine, and your wrists. These are the spots that need the most attention after 50. They're also where most fractures tend to occur. So let me show you the 3 simple exercises that work together to strengthen these crucial areas. But before we start, I want you to remember something important, okay? We're not trying to be Olympic athletes. We're building functional strength for everyday life. First up is what I call the kitchen counter push-up. Come over to your kitchen counter. Yes, that's right. We're starting right in your kitchen. Place your hands shoulder width apart on the counter. I'm going to show you the correct form. Now, stand about arm's length from the counter. Keep your back straight. Think about pulling your belly button to your spine. Slowly lower yourself by bending your elbows. And then push back up with control. Now, if this feels too challenging, here's a modification. Stand closer to the counter, and if it's too easy, take a small step back. The key is finding your just right position, and for the spine, we're going to do what I call the confident stand. This one's amazing because it strengthens your entire back while improving your posture. I need you to stand with your back against the wall, and your feet are about 6 inches from the wall. Now, pull your shoulders back and imagine holding a pencil between your shoulder blades. And I need you to hold this for 10 seconds, okay? Then relax. And for your wrist, here's my favorite exercise, the book lift. Grab a light book or a magazine with palms facing up. Now hold it with both hands in front of you. Now slowly raise it to your chest height. Then lower with control. And that's 1 rep. Now, here are the common mistakes I see people make. Moving too quickly. Remember, slow and control wins the race. Or holding their breath. I need you to keep breathing normally, okay? And please, don't use momentum. Instead, use muscle. And for frequency, here's what I want you to do. Start with 5 to 8 reps of each exercise. And do this 3 times a week. And rest at least 1 day between sessions. And if it feels too easy after 2 weeks, increase by 2 to 3 reps. Here's a pro tip I give all of my clients. If you feel any pain, not discomfort, but pain, stop and modify the movement. Your body is smart and it's always talking to you. We just need to listen. And remember, consistency beats intensity every time. These movements might feel simple, but that's exactly why they work. They're sustainable and you can do them anywhere. Now, let me share something that might surprise you. Balance training is actually a secret weapon for building stronger bones. Here's why. When you challenge your balance, you're not just preventing falls, you're actually sending signals to your bones to get stronger. It's like having a conversation with your skeleton saying, hey, we need you to stay strong. So let's start with 3 progressive balance exercises that I call the confidence builders. First up is the tree root. This is where everyone starts. Stand near a wall or chair for safety. Now I need your feet hip width apart. Slowly shift your weight to 1 foot. Now hold it for 5 seconds. Then switch sides. And here's a pro tip. If you're wobbling, that's actually good. That means your balance systems are working and they're getting stronger. And once you've mastered that, we move to the flamingo stand. Same position, but now we're gonna lift your non-supporting foot just 1 inch off the ground. And I need you to keep your eyes focused on a point straight ahead. Try to hold for 10 seconds. And remember to breathe normally, okay? Do not hold your breath. And for those ready for more challenge, here's the clock reach. I need you to stand on 1 leg and imagine you're in the center of a clock. Now, reach your free foot toward the 12 o'clock position, then back to the center. Then reach it to the 3 o'clock position and then back center. Finally, reach to the 6 o'clock position. Now, let's talk about safety because this is crucial. Always have something sturdy nearby to hold if needed. Wear supportive shoes with non-slip soles and clear your practice area, okay, of any tripping hazards. If you feel dizzy or unstable, take a break, okay? Here's how to make this part of your daily life, and this is where the magic happens. You can practice this while brushing your teeth. You can try it while waiting for your coffee to brew, or you can do a few balance checks while watching TV, and you can challenge yourself during commercial breaks. Now, start with 30 seconds of practice, okay? 3 times a day. Yes, that's all it takes to begin with. And as you get stronger, gradually increase to 1 minute. And remember, we're not looking for perfection here. We're looking for progress. And here's something really important. If you're having a wobbly day, that's completely normal. Our balance naturally fluctuates. Just like some days you feel more energetic than others, your balance will have its ups and downs. And the key is consistency, okay? Not perfection. Now, let's talk about what I consider the game changer for bone health, functional movement patterns. You know, those kinds of movements you do every single day. And here's something fascinating that I've learned in my 15 years of working with clients over 50. It's not the fancy exercises that make the big difference. It's the simple, everyday movements done correctly that transforms your bone health. So let me introduce you to what I call the daily life workout. The beauty of this is that you're going to strengthen your bones while doing things you're already doing. So let me show you a chair supported movement that is absolutely gold for bone strength. I call this the Chair Champions series, the sit to stand boost. Start seated in a sturdy chair, feet flat about hip width apart. Now lean slightly forward, and I need you to push through your heels as you stand. Now lower back down with control. For those of you who find this challenging, try this modification. Place a firm cushion on the chair to raise the height. Now, use the armrest for support and focus on control rather than speed. And for my advanced folks, here's how to progress. Slow down the movement. Hover just above the chair without touching it. And you can add a small pause at the halfway point. Now, let me share something amazing that happened with my client, Dorothy. She started with needing both hands to push herself up from a chair. But then after 6 weeks of practicing these movements, she could stand up while holding her coffee. That's truly amazing. It's these real life victories that matters the most. And here's how to make these movements progressive. Week 1 and 2, I need you to focus on form with support. Week 3 and 4, reduce support gradually. Week 5 and 6, add holds and pauses. Week 7 and 8, increase the repetitions. And remember this golden rule, okay? If you can't do it slowly, you're not ready to do it quickly. Now, this is something I tell all of my clients, and it's kept them safe while building strength. And here's the best part. These movements don't just build strength, they make everyday activities much easier. Reaching for groceries, playing with the grandkids, gardening, all of these become more enjoyable whenever you're moving with confidence. Now, here's what I want you to do right after this video, and I mean right after. Start with just one thing, okay? Pick what feels the most doable for you. Because here's what I've learned with working with folks over 50, starting small and being consistent beats trying to do everything at once. And hey, I love to hear from you. So drop me a comment below and let me know which one of these methods you're going to be trying first. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more helpful content like this. I'll catch you in the next video.